Welcome to It Takes Two. My name is Chris, and I'm here to review Love Island USA Season 7, Episode 2. Listen here, I need y'all to subscribe, like, share, comment, all the above. Listen here. We gonna talk tonight. We gonna have some discussions tonight. I'm gonna do a little bit of recap. I'm gonna recap some major points, some parts that stood out to me. But we gonna have some conversations tonight, and I want y'all in the comments. We are so close to 7,000 subscribers. I think we are about 500 subscribers away. If everybody who watched this video subscribe, I know we can get there with this video. Now, before we get into the recap, I have 4 major points that I want to give to you that I want to discuss. Right? Let's start with point number 1. It's the same as I said last episode. Send Bella home. Bella, whatever her name is. Send her home. Get the kids off the island. Number 2. Shelly's person is not currently in the villa. I understand that we have this love story that we want to put Ace and Shelly together. I understand that it seems like fate, but the more I see how Ace operates, I'm like, I don't think her person is in the villa. And hopefully throughout the video, y'all will see my point. Number 3, Huda. Shoulda, woulda, I don't know how to say her name, so I'm going to call her Huda. Huda, she did too much. Olandria got her straight. She did too much. Huda did too much. And number 4, Yulissa, bye-bye. We go touch on those parts, or rather them points throughout the video. Make sure y'all subscribe, like, share, comment, all the above. Let's get started, right? So we continue on from last episode to where the host, she said, who would like to know the bombshells better? You know what I'm saying? And Austin, Ace, Taylor, Yulissa, Nicholas, they all raised their hands and things of that nature. And I'm thinking that they would be the ones that get to go to the Hideaway. But whole time, the host was like, okay, y'all can put y'all hands down. The bombshells will be in touch, and then she walked away. Ace asks, who will come forward to say who kissed who? I find that very interesting, knowing that Ace was the one who kissed 2 people. He kissed, if I'm not mistaken, of course, Shelly, and he kissed Huda, right? Nicholas and Shelly got a text from the new bombshells to meet them in the Hideaway, and I find this very interesting because Shelly wasn't one of the ones that raised her hand. And her text says something like, I know you wasn't one of the ones that raised your hand, but meet me in the Hideaway, right? Nicholas was happy to go to that Hideaway. And guess what? I don't blame him, because he's coupled up with a child. He's coupled up with someone who signed up to Love Island to play these little kid games. You get what I'm saying? And I need Nicholas to basically be free from whatever couple he's with now and actually be with an adult. At least that's what I believe, right? Belle said, have fun, but not too much fun. Nicholas tell us in the confessional that he is excited to go in the Hideaway, especially when he laid eyes on Sierra. The other girls gathered together. They started exchanging information on who kissed who, right? Huda said she knows who kissed her. She knows that Ace kissed her. She also told Jeremiah when they first took off their blindfolds that she did not get up to kiss anybody. And Jeremiah was like, you sure? Like, promise me. Pinky swear me. You get what I'm saying? Like, please tell me you did not kiss somebody. Now we go over to the guys, and Jeremiah is trying to figure out who Ace got a kiss from. Blair Bear. Listen to this. Ace gonna say, definitely not Bella, which is funny. And Ace is basically letting Jeremiah sweat. He's like, well, okay, if it's not Bella, then who? You can see the insecurity all in Jeremiah's face. Ace is in the confessional saying he wanted to kiss Huda because she got his attention on day 1, and it was just a cool kiss. Now, the question I ask y'all, and you, Blair Bear, is should Ace tell Jeremiah that he was the one that kissed Huda? In my opinion, I feel like he don't owe Jeremiah anything. Because as far as I know, this is day 2. We are not closed off. That is not your official girl. I understand that you may be someone that feel like you have to lock somebody down. You may feel like you have a lottery ticket, as Jeremiah would say. You may like your eggs in this one basket, but I can kiss whoever I want to kiss because that's part of the game. And even if you are closed off, at the end of the day, this is Love Island, and that's what we do. We kiss everybody, right? So Charlie, Sierra, Nick, and Shelly are in the Hideaway, and they found a closet of whips and ropes and basically some sexy props to play with and, to have fun for the night. Taylor and Olandria are talking upstairs, and she flat out tells him that she kissed Ace. No buffer, no chaser. She even said that once she found out that he did not get up, meaning that Taylor, when it was time for basically to kiss somebody else, she did feel kind of bad. And I will say this: last episode I said that even though Olandria is one of my favorite people on the show, I do not trust her. But I must say she gained some points from me personally this episode for coming out and just being flat out honest. And Taylor had no choice but to really respect it. I know he probably may not really feel it, but I think reality really sits in, and it sets in after a while of like, I just met you. If you want to explore, you can explore. And truth be told, I can explore. We are not closed off. So I do give her little bail out of jail, just a little bail, that she came out and she said, you know what? I kissed Ace. You get what I'm saying? So we are back in the Hideaway. Everyone is in the hot tub, and Nicholas is he's basically smitten. Like him and Sierra is vibing so much that Shelly and Charlie got out the hot tub and they went somewhere else. And basically to me, I'm like, Belle, you never, in order to lose somebody, you have to have them. And even though at the end of the day, they may be a couple, but Belle never had Nicholas. You don't get me from a kiss on the cheek, especially if I'm kissing you on the cheek. And that's the thing about it. I think I'm going to talk about it later on in the episode. I'm going to talk about Belle later on in the episode. Austin and Belle are both talking because both of their couples are in the Hideaway. And they basically talking about how their respective partners got up. And she's worried. She's like, hopefully he's thinking about me. Shelly and Charlie are in the Hideaway talking about the music that they like. Just small talk. Nick and Sierra are vibing over Avatar Airbender, the show, the movie. I'm not into anime, so I don't know nothing about it. Nick is in the confessional talking about how much chemistry he has with Sierra. And truth be told, I see it, right? At least, listen here, I never saw Nick smile so much. It's time for bed, and Jeremiah said that he can be a little territorial. He's talking to Austin. And he's like, you know what? I could be a little territorial, and that's a red flag to me. And let me tell you why that's a red flag, right? The reason why it's a red flag is because it's day 2. How are you territorial over someone that's not yours? How are you territorial over someone who you haven't took the initiative? That's the thing about it. You want to be territorial over someone, right, that you did not take the initiative to close it off with. If you want to be territorial, at least be a man and say, you know what? I'm really feeling you. And I want to be closed off now. I don't care about the bombshells. I don't care about basically the whole games and things like that. I want you. And truth be told, you still will come off as a crazy guy because this is Love Island. But I find it very strange that he's territorial with someone that he just met a day ago. And then on top of that, he did not take the initiative to close anything off. What do you think, Blair Bear? Exactly. So, he says that he's a little territorial, and Bella is talking about how she is single on Love Island. She's in the bathroom basically while Ace is brushing his teeth, and they having a little small chat. And Ace is like, "You single?" And she's like, "Well, they are in the Hideaway and they sleeping together." And that's what I'm saying. I'm like, "Yo, you're a child." Like I couldn't imagine being with someone like Belle, because here's the thing about it. Let me give y'all my theory. From a guy perspective, a guy don't have a problem with boundaries, but you have to give us something beyond just your boundaries. Okay, if you're going to be the type that do not want to kiss, if you're going to be the type that do not want to basically be touchy-feely on this type of touchy-feely show, cool. Okay, hopefully you can hold a conversation, and based off the conversations that we hear Belle have, it's not interesting to me, right? Based on just her overall, just like, she said she's an old soul, but she's kind of just like weird. You get what I'm saying? Like she's not an old soul in a way to where she's like cool, calm, and collected. She even said that she's bubbly, and even her friends find her annoying. That's what she said. So I'm like, if your friends find you annoying, and then you with me, and you're supposed to be my girl, it's not like we're sleeping together to where I can at least be like, well, at least we're sleeping together. Or I can be like, at least we're kissing and touching and things like that. I have to basically take all of you in at one time. And I'm like, no, like you got to give Nicholas something to hang on to besides, hey, I am someone that likes boundaries. It's like, no, you're not fun. You're not funny. The conversations really don't lead nowhere. And it just seems like I'm back in high school, right? So meanwhile, while she's over there talking about how she's single Love Island, Nicholas done put the blindfold back on. The game is over. I don't even know where he got the blindfold from, y'all. I don't know where he got it from. He put the blindfold back on, and him and Sierra is making out in the bed. He said, you know what? I really like that game. She's like, what game? You know, the game where you came in as the bombshell and you kissed me on the lip and I had a blindfold on. He said, yeah, it was cool. And then he just pulled out a blindfold from his pocket. I'm like, where'd he get the blindfold from? I don't think he was supposed to take it with him. He took it with him to the Hideaway. I'm sure they had their own blindfolds. And he's enjoying himself. He feels like I'm in a grown relationship. I'm kissing. I'm sorry. I understand there may be some people that feel like, hey, respect yourself. Don't kiss everybody. And I would say I would agree with that in the real world. But on Love Island, I don't agree with that. Why would you sign up for Love Island and you don't want to kiss nobody? Weird, right? So Taylor tells Ace that Olandria kissed him. So, you know, Ace just sits there and smiles like, you know, very confident. He's like, oh, word? Okay. Jeremiah is over in the bed questioning Huda about the things she was supposed to tell him. He's been questioning her basically since he found out that someone kissed her. At first, he's over there in the confessionals talking about, in my heart, I want to believe she didn't get up and kiss nobody, but in my head, I don't know. And you could kind of see the light leaving his eyes. Like you could kind of see, like outside of the chest being out and him over here thinking he's a model and he's all this in a bag of chips. You could kind of see the real Jeremiah now. He's really insecure. All that stuff is a facade. Who he really is scared. He's really scared that he's gonna lose his girl that he knew for less than 48 hours, right? So he's over there questioning her, basically saying, you were supposed to tell me. She's like, you know, I'm going to tell you, I promise. And basically, you can see the real Jeremiah here. He's insecure. He's basically worried, you know, things of that nature. So it's the next morning, and it has been announced that Yulissa has left the villa, and they done got her out of here. There was no explanation. There was no, we ain't see her pack. It just basically clear as day, Yulissa's gone. We gonna talk about that at the end of the episode. Jeremiah and Huda are talking at the bar, and she tells him that it was Ace. Hey, Jeremiah, you know who kissed me? It was Ace. He makes a joke about how he was ready to throw himself over the balcony because he really likes her. Now, stop right there. Blair Bear, did you hear what he said? This girl that he now knows for less than 72 hours. He's willing to throw himself over the balcony because he likes her. And basically, he's ready to end it all, life included, because someone else kissed her on Love Island. You see, here's the thing about guys like Jeremiah, right? They use these type of emotions, these type of extreme examples of, oh my goodness, I almost jumped in traffic, I almost jumped off the building, as a way to passively manipulate you. To passively basically be like, hey, don't do that again. Even though she did not do anything in this situation, right? It may come off as a joke. They laughing about it and kikiing about it. But we saw the real Jeremiah, though. For him to be talking about what he's willing to do, I don't see this guy that's confident. That's basically talking about, hey, I'm willing to throw myself off a balcony because I really like you. No. That may sound cute to other people who may not have been in real relationships, who are young in their relationships, but no one wants to be with someone that you have to do constant checkups on their self-esteem, on their confidence, to make sure they're not losing their wits about themselves because you didn't answer a phone call, you didn't answer a text message, you went to sleep. It just all these things. That's how I'm interpreting it. See, on the villa is one thing, but if they was to be a real couple on the outside, don't let her miss a text. Oh, nah. 10 missed calls, 30 missed text messages. Don't take no nap. Don't be out with your daughter, the one you haven't told him yet. I get you by episode 5. After episode 5, I'm gonna say you hiding your child, and I'm gonna say, hey, you gotta go. Listen, I'm not taking no more adults hiding their children on national TV. I can't do it. I can't. Listen here, I'm already doing a show I don't want to do. I'm already doing the Never Ever Mess. I don't know y'all ever heard of that show, but it's one of the worst shows I've ever seen in my life. I cannot take another grown person, Blair Bear, hiding another human life. I can't do it, right? So Charlie and let's get back to the show. So Charlie and Shelly, they are talking about how much fun they had the night before. He said that he is attracted to her, but you could tell that she's not really feeling him. She's respectful. She's basically saying you are attractive, but, just giving him compliments, but not really telling him how she feels about him, right? Sierra and Nicholas is talking about what he's going to do once he's back in the villa. She said you owe it to yourself to have that conversation so you can know how you feel. And that's true. Bella and Huda had a conversation and talking about how Bella feels. She said worst case scenario is that he comes back and his head is completely turned from her. Hey, Bella. Nicholas' head is completely turned away from you. Your time with Nicholas is over. It's 100% over, right? So now everyone is reunited. Everybody who was in the Hideaway, everybody is now back in the main villa. The bombshells begin to vibe with their groups. The guys go with the guys. The girls go with the girls. And Bella tells the confessional that she's going to see if Nick is going to come forward and be honest, straight up, about him making out in the Hideaway. Austin and Shelly are talking, and he tells her that he missed her all night long. She updates him on what happened, a little small talk. She said she kept it respectful with Charlie. The only reason why she kept it respectful with Charlie, not because she's in a relationship with Austin, is because she don't like Charlie like that. She don't like Austin like that, right? Ace and Sierra talk. They begin to vibe, just a little small talk, just a little like, okay, my name is Ace, your name's Sierra. Like, well, what are some things you like? Okay, I like this, I like that. Nothing really worth note taking here, right? Sierra and Taylor is also doing a little bit of small talk and things like that. I like the fact that Taylor is talking because I do not want another Cordell situation. Listen here, I know y'all about to attack me. Do not attack me. I do not want another Cordell situation to where he's basically going to be faithful while Serena is basically shooing him away and things like that. So I like the fact that Taylor's out here basically like, you know what? I'm going to talk, we go vibe and things of that nature. And I like the fact, and truth be told, I like the fact that Orlandria and Taylor, they basically said, we're not closed off. It just is what it is. Let's explore our options. Nick and Ace are talking on the dock. Nick said he is struggling between Sierra and Bella. I don't know why. Nick says that he feels that Sierra is feeling him, but he's into the chase of women not liking him. Now, that's something you got to grow out of, Nick, right? One way to be with women and one way to get a girl to like you and things like that is to actually be with women that actually like you. The chances of you actually chasing after women that don't like you, that's a waste of time. That's a waste of energy. But he's young enough. But I understand why he may feel like, hey, I like Bella and I like the idea that she may not be into me as much as Sierra. It's not that Bella may not be into you as much as Sierra. It's just Bella's a child. So she may really like you, but it's only going to go as far as hand holding. I really, really like you. And then she go write on a little note. She go say, will you be my boyfriend? Circle yes or no. Besides Sierra, who's going to put, she go kiss you. She go rub on you. She go sleep with you potentially. I'm just saying. You know what I'm saying? Like that. That's why I'm like, I don't think Belle is in a situation where she don't like Nick. She just she's just a little girl. That's all. So Ace pulled Shelly for a chat. Ace said he knows he wants to have more conversation with her. Like he said, like that's for a fact. Like I know I want to keep talking to you, and I'm willing to step on anybody's toes. He tells her that he really enjoyed their kisses. Shelly, you can see even in her body language, she ain't say much, but in her body language, it's very different than how it is with Charlie, and it's very different how it is with Austin, right? Now it's nighttime. Now here's a small detail that I want y'all to focus on because I'm going to talk about this. It's a small detail. You know the scene where it shows the guys getting ready and it shows the girls getting ready? the girls usually be in the makeup room with all the vanities and stuff like that, and the guys usually be in the bedroom if they not dancing or hugging each other or like they are in separate rooms. So while the girls are in the makeup room getting ready for the night, Jeremiah comes in the room with all the girls. They are all fully clothed, but this is now their like personal space, right? He comes in the room for whatever reason. We don't know. He basically say, yeah, girl, what are you wearing? And then when he leaves, Huda's going to say, I just want to eat his face. And then they tell her he is whipped for her. Let me tell you why that's red flag number 3,000 for Jeremiah. I'm counting them. There is something. What's the word I'm looking for, Blair Bear? Help me. You're bad at taboo too. There is something about privacy. There's something about being amongst the girls. I understand that in the morning when it's time for y'all to get y'all toast for y'all breakfast, that's the only time that, hey, this should be open for the guys to come in to give us our breakfast, and then y'all should leave, right? But there's something about Jeremiah coming up there while they getting ready for the night, and it just come off as, he said, territorial, possessive. You know what I mean? Like, she's in the other room getting ready. Why you got to come in the girl's room to see your girl when she's going to come down the stairs anyway? Those little small things is really showing you a big picture of the type of guy Jeremiah is. He's the type of guy to where when it's girls' night and things of that nature, he will pop up. He'd be the only guy there. No other guy came in the room. So I don't even understand why he's there. But let's keep going. I'm making good time, by the way, right? So Nick told Bella. Now everybody came downstairs and things like that, and everybody just doing their own thing. Nick told Bella that he kissed Sierra. Bella tells the confessional, she tells us that she doesn't feel a sense of security with him. And I just need to know, what does security feel like to you, Bella? I need to know specifically, what does security feel like to you, right? Charlie and Shelly is on the pier or the dock. I don't know what it is. I call it the dock. It could really be a pier. I'm going to call it the dock. And he tells her basically, I want to kiss you. That's basically what his whole reason of pulling her. And he's like, I want to kiss you tonight. And she's over there playing coy, like, well, let's see what the stars say. And he's like, the stars said, yes, I'm going to kiss you right now. And she's like, I don't know, we will see. And eventually they just share a couple pecks. It just seems like he was not forcing his way on her in a way that is a crime, but kind of like pushing the issue. In a way, it was cringy, because you could tell by her body language that she is respectful, but at the same time, she's not really feeling you. And I'm not saying Charlie in this moment was a creep, but I think in this moment, like, now we're forcing chemistry. You get what I'm saying? Jeremiah and Sierra sits down for a chat, and Huda is jealous because now Jeremiah and Sierra is talking. She pulls him, and Jeremiah is talking, and Huda wants to sit across the villa to where she can see, like, basically what's going on in their conversation. In the middle of their conversation, now mind you, this was just a small talk. It was nothing romantic about Sierra and Jeremiah talking. But in the middle of their conversation, right, she is so jealous, Huda gets up to the point where she basically goes over there and she said, can I borrow you for a second, Jeremiah? In the middle of their conversation. And Jeremiah, being the simp that he is, I have to go because my girl called me. My girl who is not my girl, right? Ace and Taylor are talking. Ace asks Taylor, hey, man, you mentioned that you got to, you feeling Huda a little bit because they seeing them walk past. Go holler at her. And Taylor said, there's no point in hollering at her. She closed off. And I'm like, I wonder what's the vibe like. I know we only seeing an hour at a time every night in the villa, but the vibe, the fact that he's willing to say, oh yeah, she's closed off. I wonder how the other contestants feel, the other islanders feel about them two specifically. They are probably the couple that nobody really like care for, that nobody really like. It's like, yeah, they just too much. So Huda and Huda pulled Jeremiah away to basically get the scoop on what he and Sierra was talking about, and they really wasn't talking about anything. They really wasn't talking about anything. Now Taylor gets a text, and he is told in the text everybody must gather around the fire pit. Sierra and Charlie get asked to come to the front. They get another text saying if anyone is unhappy with their current couple, they will have a chance to couple up with Sierra and Charlie. Those who are unhappy must stand in front of the fire pit. So, of course, they go through each couple, basically who's going to stand up. Between Bella and Nicholas, of course, Nicholas got up and walked away from his current relationship with Belle. He stood up. I thought he was going to run. Then it went over to Shelly and Austin, and surprisingly, Austin got up. I knew Shelly wasn't going to get up because I know Shelly's not feeling Charlie. But Austin got up. And truth be told, I'm not really mad at Austin getting up because he should know that Shelly not really feeling him either. Right? Jeremiah and Huda, they stayed together. Neither of them got up. They stayed together. Ace have to automatically join everybody in front of the fire pit because Ulysses was booted off the island. So he's up there, right? So between Taylor and Olandria, now this was surprising, right? This was very surprising. Taylor chose to stand up. So now, basically every guy left their current relationship. The girls are basically sitting down by like themselves and things like that. None of the girls wanted to be with Charlie. You feel me? But all the guys wanted an opportunity to be chosen by Sierra. Now watch this scene right here. While Taylor got up from Olandria to go in front of the fire pit, Huda is giving these little comments. Talking about, yeah, Jeremiah, you get these brownie points. You know what? I'm proud of you. You know what? I'm proud of you, Jeremiah. You know? And then she's pointing at Shelly and Olandria like this. And she's like, you know what? Y'all don't deserve this. Y'all don't deserve this. Right? And she's like, she don't like this. Y'all don't deserve this. And then she points at them again and says, y'all deserve some real men, while hugged up with Jeremiah. The real man she's talking about can't be talking about Jeremiah. It can't be Blair Bear. Olandria speaks up and said, hey, you don't have to play that. Like, we are not upset. Like, you are the one that's basically doing all the talking. Like, we haven't said a word. I get you being supportive because, like, Huda was surprised. She was like, I'm just being supportive. She's like, oh, no, I understand you being supportive, but basically, you know, you're doing too much. And now Huda is sitting there with the tight face. She looks like she's about to cry, right? So at the end of all of this, Sierra chooses to be with Nicholas. Everybody else have to sit down, and Belle, Charlie, and Ace is now vulnerable because they are not coupled up with anybody. So let's talk about these major points that I listed in the beginning of the episode, right? Send Bella home. Come on, that's self-explanatory, Blair Bear. I ain't gotta go much further. Send her home because she is not ready for this type of game. She's not ready for this type of game. I'm sure she'd probably be a good wife to somebody, I hope. But she's 22. There's too many holes in her game, right? To where it's like, hey, if I'm not getting any physical affection from you, please be like stunningly beautiful. I'm not saying she's ugly, but she's not anything special, at least from my perspective. Sorry, right? Y'all see my wife. I'm not into Bella, right? So my thing is, there's so many holes in her game that Sierra could just come in and literally make up for what he's not getting. And on top of that, she's good looking enough, Sierra, to where Nicholas may feel like he don't want to, like, he's not missing out on anything. The truth of the matter is, the only reason why Nicholas felt some type of like, I don't know what to do, he just didn't want to hurt your feelings. Like you seem like a sweet girl, but this Love Island, I ain't signed up to review the show because you sweet, right? Next point, Shelly's person is not currently in the villa. The more I see her interact with Ace, I think they go fall out. I think Ace may be a nice guy, but he may have a little player in him. He may have a little player in him. I understand that he may like Shelly. And the thing about Ace is the type to where he may want to be with you, but at the same time, he may want to sample. Because you know what? I want to try different flavors. And him kissing Huda just off the strength of, hey, I laid eyes on her. She looked good to me when we first went in. Why not? I think Ace have a why not type of personality. You know what? Like, he's the life of the party. He's going to dance. He's going to do all these things. Why not? And I think Shelly, I don't think your person has entered the villa yet. I don't think Ace is a serious enough person, at least this early on in the season, for me to see him as, like, you know, the love story as many people are trying to make y'all out to be. I don't see it. I don't think he's at that level yet, right? Let's talk about Huda doing too much. I've seen some people online saying that Olandria is jealous because they don't understand that Huda was doing too much. What do Olandria got to be jealous for? Because her man sat down and didn't get up and to talk about Huda's man, Jeremiah. She's jealous of Huda because Jeremiah and they are the only ones that's still together from, like, being initially coupled. Listen here. I have a feeling that everybody in that villa, the only person who likes Jeremiah in that way is Huda. And for her to basically say that, hey, y'all need some real men, as if, like, she was trying to create this moment. Dude, like, you know what this moment was? Remember last season when all the guys came back from Casa, right? All the guys came back from Casa, and everybody came back with a girl. Except for like two guys, right? But literally everybody came back with a girl, right? And they was trying to recreate that. Oh my goodness, how dare you leave Olandria? That's what Huda was trying to do. She was trying to create this. How dare you leave these girls you've been coupled with that you've been coupled with for less than 40 hours? It just wasn't hitting. And I understand that she may have said it one time, but she kept saying it. And for her to basically prop up Jeremiah to where Olandria looking at Jeremiah like, nah, y'all are just weird together. I don't want to be like y'all. So I don't think it was about jealousy. And I don't even think it was even about her, talk about Huda trying to support. I think Huda is the type of person to throw her relationship in people's faces. And there's no way, if I'm Olandria or Shelly, that you are going to throw Jeremiah in my face. I'm sorry. Can't do it. Won't do it. Because I think they can see Jeremiah for who he is. The type of guy that come into, you know, the girl's makeup room for no reason, just because you want to hug up on your girl. Like, that's why they called him whipped. Usually when a girl call you whipped, she don't respect you as a man. She don't respect you as an authoritative figure to where you can, like, help her and lead her and things like that. You're basically her boy toy. That's how they view Jeremiah, a boy toy. So, like, her saying you need some real men and Jeremiah being the example of what a real man is, of course Huda was doing too much. Huda, you're the only one that sees him as a real man, and that's a problem. Now let's go to Yulissa. This is a big topic that's been going on since basically y'all figured out she was on the show. Right? Apparently, Yulissa could be racist. She is racist. Whatever it is, she's online saying saying words that she's not supposed to say and things like that. To make a long story short, here's my issue with the whole Yulissa thing. Right? It's now coming to a point, which I am happy they got her off, because here's the thing: you can say whatever you want to say. I'm not at the point in my life to where I'm going to get mad at someone who want to be racist. I'm not going to be mad if they're going to say words that they're not supposed to say, or they're going to support whoever they want to support. But the fun thing about that is, do that on your own time. You have to be a complete idiot to do that on a camera on social media. You have to feel very bold in your stance, whatever it is, to do that on social media. What happened to the people that feel whatever they feel and they just do it privately within the confines of their house, within the confines of their friendships and things like that? And now you got caught on social media, whatever it was, TikTok, Instagram, whatever it was, being your true self. And guess what? You don't get to play in our sandbox. It just is what it is. And I have no problem with that. Because at the end of the day, you would not be rewarded for any type of hate speech or like whatever you feel. And that's what I'm saying. I would be ignorant to believe that Ulysses the only one that works on that show or who's on that show that feels that way. But you're the only idiot that's going to basically put it on social media to where we single out you. So I can't feel sorry for you. At the end of the day, you are not going to join these game shows. You will not be rewarded with a trip to Fiji to be on a show, to potentially win the show, to win money, to basically quit your job and to get this type of fame and things like that when you talking like that on social media. Oh, no. You will get sent home. And we are not going to care. Anything else, Blair Bear? You have nothing else? I need y'all to subscribe, like, share, comment, all the above. Listen, we're close to 7,000. Can y'all help us get to 7,000 with this video? Please. I'll see y'all tomorrow night. Bye.